Hi, friends. How are you? It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. What's going on, Ellie? Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to just check here and make sure we're on because, technology, the best laid plans. Let's just make sure. I think we are. Let's see. Okay, excellent. We're live. Good. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want to say hi to my YouTube people and I want to say hi to my Facebook people. We are going to have fun today. Ellie just wants to go somewhere. I think maybe I'll try putting her over here on this side. There we go. Well, it's December 7th, so we're getting our presents, aren't we? Decorating, getting ready to send cards. And today what we're going to do is we are going to make a card and a gift card holder, a little mini pocket envelope that will hold a gift card or it could hold money. And we're going to make that, and we are going to use some of the darling gnomes that are in this year's mini holiday catalog. I think these gnomes are so cute, and we're going to dress them up a little bit cute today. So thank you so much for being here. Let me see who's on. Marcia, good to see you. Oh, Ozzy got his Christmas out today. His Christmas cut today. Oh, the Christmas haircut. Cute. Very cute. Yeah, we always have to get ready. Tina, good to see you from North Carolina. All kinds of stuff is going on now. In December, there's just so much happening, and but it's fun, isn't it? I love celebrating. I love December and playing the carols and getting ready and everything. And we are getting ready for a new mini catalog, you guys. In the spring comes a new mini catalog, and so Marcia Long, good evening from Texas. How are you tonight, Marcia? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to adjust my screen just a little bit there. Ellie's got her red gingham bow on, starting possibly Friday, but definitely next week. She's going to start wearing her some different Christmas outfits that I have for her. So that's on the horizon. Good to see you, Marcia. And the weather here in San Diego, it's cool for us. It's in the 50s, barely reaching into the 60s or the low 60s during the day. So that's cool for us out here. I know some of you are very, very cold, and maybe even have snow. We have had the tiniest bit of drizzle. We need so much. Okay, Miss Ellie is going to go down. Okay, good to see you today. From a bunch of you from North Carolina, several. How's the weather out there in North Carolina? You know, sometimes I really wish that we had snow outside. I know my husband doesn't wish that, but I think of just staying in the house, not getting out in it, right? Or having to clean the driveway. Minda, aloha. And there's some good weather for you. Oh, Minda, are you anywhere near the volcanoes that are erupting? They're in Hawaii. I know you've got two of them. We keep seeing it on the news here. So we're just from all over, aren't we? All different areas of the United States, all different kinds of weather. But we're going to have fun together. 71 K in North Carolina today. Rainy, says Tina. K, you're in North Carolina too, aren't you? 71. So all different kinds of weather, but that's the wonderful thing is stamping brings us together. I love it. It's rainy. Yes, rainy. And we could use the rain. We really could. But okay, enough about weather. We are going to get into some of the news and what is new that I don't want you to miss. Okay, this is not necessarily new, but the clearance rack, they did a refresh last week. And They really have good stuff on there, you guys. I went over and checked. My bangs are getting a little weird. I went over and checked right before I came on so that I could tell you. So here are some things. The perfectly there are 6 dies that are still available, die sets for a great discount over there on the clearance rack. Last year's Valentine paper is $4.60, you guys. A whole pack of Valentine's paper. I love that paper. I think it had little candy hearts on it and everything. If you need Valentine paper, we're going to have, you're wishing for snow. Hi, Mary Ellen. Yes, that would be nice. So if you want some Valentine paper at a really great price, $4.60 over on the clearance rack. So I wrote down a few things for you. There's a turtle punch, a lips punch, a punch that punches out lips, and an ice cream cone punch, all marked significantly down in the clearance rack. There are some great embossing folders over there. It has like 6 pages, where when the clearance rack is down, it only has maybe 1 page or maybe 2. So there's still tons of stuff there. Oh, the bumblebee trinkets. I'm thinking of even getting some bumblebee trinkets. I love those little guys. They were cute. We have several things with bees coming out in the new spring catalog, but they didn't keep the bumblebee trinkets, and those are on clearance, $3 for a little container. So, okay, Minda, volcanoes are on the Big Island. I'm on Oahu. So far, so good as far as the fog is concerned. Is that volcano fog? I'm assuming. Thank you, Minda, for that report. I'm glad you're safe. I do worry about those people that are in the, if they get in the path of the volcanoes. Okay, so then I want to highlight the last chance items, the things from the holiday catalog that are not continuing. Some are on discount, some are not. The dies, most of the dies are all discounted. Most. There are 1 or 2 that aren't. But there are some great values over there. And I know we're all tight on money these days. So that's why I'm really emphasizing those things for you. And then, okay, I'm just looking to see if we have any more comments. I have to get up really close. Okay, new catalogs. Okay, this is the new spring catalog. Look at the beautiful purples on there. And we're going to start celebration. Okay, we got another. Yes, Vogue is ash in the air. Okay, thanks, Minda. Ash in the air. I learned something today. I really appreciate that. Vogue. Okay. So this has cute stuff, you guys. Very cute stuff. I was looking over it with one of my demos was over this morning, one of my downline, and we were going through the catalogs. So cute stuff. What I want to tell you about both of these catalogs is that if you have purchased from me, if you have ordered from me at my online Stampin' Up store over the past 12 months, I have already sent you, or it's in the works. I have I'm having Stampin' Up send you both catalogs, and you should be getting them sometime this month before the catalog goes live on January 5th. I'm going to concentrate now. So you should have these in hand by January 5th when they go live to customers. Okay. If you have not ordered from my online store in the past 12 months, but you want a catalog and you plan to order from me, email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com, and I will make sure I will send some out to you individually so that you have them by January 5th, because I want everybody to have these catalogs. Not only do they have beautiful products, but they are beautiful catalogs. Marcia, good to see you. Oh, the bee trinkets are in a little small, thin, little circle plastic container. I think they would, well, the thing is, Marcia, with shipping with Stampin' Up, the base shipping, I believe, is $7.95. Let me check. I have a little note here somewhere. I did have a note. Oh, here we go. Okay. $7.95 is the charge to ship anything up to $72 of an order. So you're going to pay $7.95 for shipping. Even if you got a small little thing. I know they just have to do that. and they tell us they're keeping it as low as possible. They're doing their best. We're all paying a lot in shipping, and I'm going to mention that a little bit toward the end with regard to my own shipping to you guys. Okay, so anyway, catalogs. If you want one, email me if you have not ordered from me in the past 12 months in my online store. Okay, so that is the next thing, the last thing of news I have for you. Oh, individually on a card? No, I think, Marcia, they would fit in, maybe not in our Stampin' Up! Card size envelopes, but maybe one size bigger. You could definitely ship the bee trinkets with 2 stamps. I definitely think you could. And you should. Yes, because they would make a nice gift. Okay, speaking of gifts, my pretty adhesive pack, you guys, this is so cute. I have pom-poms on here. I have ribbons on here. It's bright pink. It's so cute. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my favorite adhesives in here. You can order it right on my website. It's $38, including shipping to you. It has both sizes of dimensionals. It has mini glue dots. It has my favorite multi-purpose liquid glue and a Stampin' Seal Plus, which is my favorite of the seal adhesives. They make beautiful gifts, and if you have any trouble finding it on my website, prettypapercards.com, just email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and I'll show you where to find it. If you're in a blog post, it's on the right-hand side, right on the right-hand border. It's there no matter what blog post you're looking at. Pretty adhesive packs, such a nice gift. And I have ladies who come to my classes and they bring their pretty adhesive pack, and it fits a lot more stuff too. And it's just so cute. So if you need to give a gift to a stamper or even a non-stamper, this would be super cute. And I can get it to you by Christmas. Okay. I guess that's it. I don't see any other comments, so I'm going to point you down and show you what we're going to make today. And so let's go. Okay, here we go. We are going to play with gnomes. You guys, these gnomes are so cute. Now I'm going to talk to you for a second about the gnome set. Okay, the bundle is in the holiday mini catalog, the July to December mini catalog. The stamp set is retiring. We're going to use the stamp set today for this sentiment. The die set is wrong dies. The gnome die set is not retiring. This is carrying over because we have a new gnome set. Don't tell anyone, okay? In the new mini catalog. So the gnome dies are continuing. We're going to use a lot of these dies today to make these super cute gnomes, and we're going to put our gnomes on mini pocket envelopes, which I call gift card holders. So look at this, you guys. Here is the little mini pocket envelope. You can stick a gift card in there. You could stick cash in there, and it's right on the front of the card that opens just like this. And I've even put some trim on the inside. These little mini pocket envelopes are so cute. Here's a little individual one if you wanted to give one individually. Look at that little gnome. Here's what I love so much about the gnome dies. So let's take a look again at the gnome stamp set. You see the nose poking out of the gnomes. Oh yes, put prize if you want today's prize. Thank you, Kay. These are the different gnomes, and you can even make the mushroom house with the stamp set. And the die has a big giant mushroom that you can cut out, and it fits the gnome stamp, the house die. But the thing I love is I just think it's so cute when we do use the die cuts and that little nose is sticking out there. It just makes me giggle every time, you guys. These gnomes are absolutely adorable. And I'll tell you one reason I love them. last year, before Stampin' Up even had any gnomes, I received a card from a girl who used another company and with their gnome set, and it was my favorite card of the whole year. I get a lot of beautiful cards, but I really loved that particular card. She made her gnome just so cute. And so I wanted everyone else to have that same experience this year and get a card with a cute gnome on it. And of course, you don't have to use a mini pocket envelope, but because it's getting really toward Christmas much closer, and we like to give gift cards, don't we? We really love it. Like, I mean, Starbucks cards, oh, one of my favorite gifts, right? So let's start making our gnome card with the gift card on it. And I'm going to get out my Stampin' Trimmer because I'm going to take you from the beginning and show you. Here is the way to make this particular card. I've been using them lately. This kind of pattern is, it's a half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, cut in half at 4 1/4, and we are going to score this at 5 1/2, so it folds in half just perfectly. 5 1/2 is half of 11, and that's our card. Now on top of that, we are going to put a little border of evening evergreen, because this is the designer series paper I'm going to use. It says fa la la, fa la, fa la la. This is from the Santa designer series paper, and I really like it. So we're going to, in fact, there's even there's Mr. Santa and Mrs. Claus on the back, but we're going to use the front for what we're going to use on the front of our card, and I want to back it with some of this pretty evening evergreen cardstock. So I'm going to cut this one at 4 because it's going to go inside of our white card, on our white card base. 4 by 5 1/4. Let me get it right there at 5 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to cut our designer series paper at 3 3/4, 1/4 of an inch in all the time, 3 3/4 by 5. And then we can put our card base together. I'll put my little scraps off to the side, or they might have fallen onto the floor. Oh goodness, that's just how it goes. Alrighty, so now we're going to fold our card in half, and I have to get my little face right up close to it, and we're going to burnish that line with my bone folder. Then we're going to go ahead and adhere our evening evergreen piece. You know, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do some of you use thick basic white cardstock for your cards? How do you do the white dots on his shoes? Says Marcia. Okay, just a moment, Marcia. I wanted to ask you guys if you use the thick basic white. I do not, because I make so many cards, and I feel like it helps me budget-wise to use the regular non-thick cardstock. But it ends up getting pretty thick by the time the card itself gets thick by the time I add all these different layers like I'm doing today. But some people start with the thick. I have several demos that prefer to use the thick basic white for their card base. Okay, and Marcia is asking, how did I get the white dots? This is a designer series paper. This is from the Sweetest Christmas designer series paper, Marcia. That's how I got his little feet to be dotted. Yeah. And this one, I used stripes from that same designer series paper. So this guy on our sample card has striped feet. Or maybe shoes. Maybe they're little gnome shoes. I don't really know. Haven't used thick white. You use both, Cherie. Hi, Cherie. Depending on the card you're making. Yes, I understand. I tend not to even reach for the thick. I just because, okay, just because I generally use the other, but the thick is beautiful. Okay, now what we're going to do, we are going to get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to make the little mini pocket envelope. And I've made this with you guys before. I don't know if you've been on when I've done that, but I want to show you how easy it is, okay? This is just a section. I think I made it 5.5, maybe by 6 inches, designer series paper. And I'm going to bring up my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to use, you have to use the full size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I love. It's a beauty, and it runs everything through so nicely. So all we're going to do is put this on here and cut that, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this little pocket envelope. This machine is so smooth. That's one of my favorite things about it. I could call it Mr. Smooth because it really is. It really is. Okay, so here is our little pocket envelope. And it's a tiny bit hard. You have to look carefully to see that it embosses just like that. I can use my fingernails, but I'll use my bone folder. It embosses a fold in the center and then 2 folds on the other side. And this is the quickest little thing to put together. It's called mini pocket envelope dies. And let me show you. You just use the tiniest bit of adhesive, okay? You could use a strip of tear and tape, but I find that just a little bit of multi-purpose glue, not too much, is just perfect. And you just press it down just like that. And it's done in a flash. Okay, there is our little mini pocket envelope. Look at that. You could whip out 10 of these if you had, say, 10 grandchildren. My mother-in-law, she's 94. She's going to be 95 next month, and she has, I think, 20-some grandchildren and a bunch of great-grandchildren. Can you believe it? So anyway, there is our little mini pocket envelope. It's cute and quick, and it's going to look darling on our card base with our gnomes. Okay, let's start working on our gnomes now. And I've put everything for the gnomes. We're going to make sparkly gnomes today, you guys. I've got out some glimmer paper. Let me see if I got everything. Nope. There is a little piece of petal pink for his nose. So I'm going to pull out the gnome dies. This is the beard, okay? This is the hat. And here is the nose. And here are the legs, or maybe like his bottom half. Can you see that? It's kind of like, I'll put it on there. There's his bottom half. And it puts a little X on there. So let's bring back up our machine. And I think we might be able to run it all through in one fell swoop with everything on at one time. Okay, let's put this on here. And let's see. So I'm going to put the beard on first. We'll put the beard up here. I really like the beard. I don't know if you can see, but it embosses little hairlines in it. Is that so cute? Tina, okay, if you're not doing lots of layers, you use the regular cardstock. Okay, so there's the beard. Here we're going to put his little nose. Let me get the nose. And I'm telling you, there's even a dot on the nose, and when it comes out, it has a little tiny, like a little, I don't know, it's just so cute. All right, and we are going to use green Evening Evergreen glimmer paper. This is from, it's actually gone. It's sold out, but maybe you guys have some from the glimmer paper, the glimmer specialty paper that was in the holiday catalog. And we're going to give him a, I might need to go this way. and we're going to give him a red glimmer paper hat, gnome hat. Okay, I think we're ready to create our gnome. Let's run him all the way through. Easy peasy. Don't use much arm power for this big machine. I remember my previous machine, my Big Shot, it took a lot of arm power, but this one doesn't. Okay. There's the beard, and you see the lines. And also, one thing I wanted to point out to you, I don't know if you can see, but it has an indentation for where to put the nose and where to pull the hat down. Very thoughtful. And here's the little nose that popped out. Can you guys possibly see the little dot? That just cracks me up. And look how cute the hat came out. It does have stitching. The hat does have stitching around the edge, but you really can't see it with the glimmer paper. And then here's this little bottom. Really, you guys, the gnomes just absolutely are adorable. Okay, so we're going to put him together separate and then put him on the card, okay? This is how I did it before. So we could start with the nose, and here's the little indentation for the nose right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on and see if I can get it, make sure I get it right side up. There's the faintest little dot on there. You have to have pretty good eyes. A child would totally notice that. Okay, now for his, truthfully, we're going to have to use dimensionals. I didn't use glimmer paper from my previous one, and glue doesn't really adhere glimmer paper. We're going to have to use some dimensionals to adhere this, which is great because it'll do double duty. So what I'm going to do, well, I'll just keep that on my little finger. Okay, so we'll pull up his beard and we'll just place the little feet right where we want them to go under the beard. Kind of like that, okay? Then we'll turn it over and we'll adhere a dimensional right on top of that. So the dimensional itself will hold the feet on. Okay, that's good. Maybe we might need to move them up just a tiny bit. Let me see. Let's move it up just a little bit. Okay. Maybe like that. Okay. And now we're ready for the beard, and we'll get a little dimensional for that. Excuse me, for the hat. We'll pull the hat down. Let's see. Okay, nose, don't move around. And we'll just put his little hat just like that so that nose sticks out. Oh my gosh, that is so, I just love that. The way that nose just sticks in there. That is too cute. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and put it on our mini pocket envelope. And I'm just going to put a couple more dimensionals. Like that, and we will adhere our gnome. I think I have in mind to make a thin line card, a longish card, and line up a few gnomes of all different colors. I'm going to do that here in the next week or two, and you'll see it on my blog. Okay, there is our gnome on top of our little mini pocket envelope. Isn't that just cute? Hi, Avenel. Thank you for putting prize. Is that not just darling? Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our envelope on with Stampin' Dimensionals, and then we're going to go ahead and put a sentiment on our card, the Warm Wishes sentiment that I mentioned before. I'm just using I got a new card full of dimensionals. A new little pack here, and we'll put one in the center. So this card does take a few dimensionals. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put him off a little bit to the left because I'm going to put the sentiment on. And I'm debating about my sentiment. If I might, the other card I had it sticking out this way, but here I'm thinking of maybe having it come out a little bit there. I'm debating about that. Love the gnome. I know. He's just so cute the way he sparkles like that. Let's see. So I'm using Warm Wishes, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that on this little 1/2 inch strip of basic white cardstock that I have for us. Let's see. Here we go. Warm Wishes. And I'm going to use Real Red ink. And that way we know all of our colors blend together beautifully. I'm going to have to pull this down so I can look at it and get it as even as I can here. It's an easy stamp to stamp. We got it pretty even there, pretty level. And we'll close up our ink. And now what I'm pondering, okay, so we can put Warm Wishes right on there. It'll cover up that, it won't show. We'll raise it up a little bit. How about that? And I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. I'm going to leave a little space because we are going to add some sequins. We are making this card full of bling. We've got our glimmer paper. I'm going to flag the end here. You know how you do this. You cut in the center and then cut from each edge all the way down to create a little flagged end just like that. And we'll adhere this a little up a little higher, and then we're going to put a sequin off there. So let me put just a bit of glue to hold our sentiment strip just like that. This is a pretty easy card to make once you've made your little pocket in your gnome. So there are Warm Wishes. That is so cute. And now we get to decide, you know, I was going to look up and see which sequins these are. I really didn't from the catalog. I love the sequins, and we've got gold and kind of reddish and green and white. We could even use white. Here we go. They're all sticking together. I think I've got 2 packs stuck together. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the white right now. Let's put some white ones around. A little bit snowy looking. You got to pull that the glue off. And we'll put another one. We might put a green one right up next to the sentiment. Okay, we'll put one up here. We could put a little tiny green one next to the sentiment right there. And a couple more whites. Yeah, sometimes I'm afraid I'll leave the sticky stuff on the card, you know, on this stuff, but I didn't. And then you know what we're going to do is we're going to tuck one right up under like that. We'll just tuck it under. There. Pretty cute little card, isn't it? And there will be a gift card, or you can fit some cash right down inside there, inside our little pocket. Now I wanted to see if I had any paper left for some little trim inside the card, and I do. So that's one good thing to do with your trim that's left over, like this right here, this little strip. I would normally, there's not much you can do with it, and so we're just going to go ahead and take our paper trimmer, and I think we can trim about, let's see, that would be a 1/2 inch, I think, right there. And that'll be a cute little piece of trim to go right inside our card. So let's just put some glue in there. And we'll put our trim down. And I know you're saying, Peggy, you didn't measure across. We know it's 4 1/4, but what I prefer to do is put it on and then trim the back, and that way it fits just absolutely perfectly there. And it does. That's a pretty cute little inside. It just pulls in the theme of the outside. Isn't that a cute gnome card, you guys? Hi, Julie, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. So here are all 3 of the gnome cards that I made. This was a sample, and on this one I put a little sequin up on the top of his hat. And then this was one of the little gift cards all by itself. And you could just tuck your gift card down in there. These little guys are so cute. Like I said, the dies are carrying over, and there will be a new gnome set in the new spring catalog. Okay, why don't we give away a prize? Let's turn you back up. So, before I give away a prize, I wanted to mention, you guys, postage is getting very, very expensive. And it's costing me a lot to send the stamp sets and some of the gifts that I send to you. So for a little while until after Christmas, because they have raised some of the postage during Christmas, that the USPS has added like almost a little Christmas surcharge. So I'm paying more to ship things to you. So I do have some larger than Stampin' Up, more like this size, but regular envelopes where I can put 2 stamps on them. And that works out well for me because I feel like I can send it actually quicker because I don't have to go in and print a label, and it's more cost effective. So the prizes I'm gonna be giving away for the next little while, month or 2, are gonna be things that can fit in one of the larger size envelopes. And from last week, the prize was, we made these tags last week and we put them on cards. And so I'm giving away 3, the card we did last week, and then 2 other of my cards I'll show you. And this is the prize, and it fits inside the big, larger size envelope that goes with 2 stamps for my purposes. And so this works. And I know you guys like to get my cards, so this is another one of the cards. This was strips of designer series paper put on a window sheet, and I may still do this. Maybe we might even do that on Friday. That would be a cute card to make. And then a Scotty dog card. Okay, so this package of 3 cards goes to Tina Lesson. Tina, congratulations, you won the 3 cards, and I'll be sending those out this I can even pop them in the mail real quick, because these I can just put in my little mailbox, and I'll get these out to you. So congratulations to Tina. And for next week, I'm going to give away these jewels. They fit in one of my large envelopes, so they work for me, for my purposes. They are retired. They are the Noble Peacock Rhinestones, and they are gorgeous, and you get a whole bunch of them. They're regal colors. They are beautiful. So this is the prize for next week. So both on YouTube and on Facebook, put the word prize, and you can qualify to win. I do the random number generator, put all your names down, assign them a number, and I do it right before I come on every time. So this will be for Wednesday, the 14th. I will give these away. So you have between now and then to put prize. So Tina, you won! There you are, and you won! I'm so excited to see you. Great. So I'll be getting, I'm pretty sure I have your address, Tina. It doesn't hurt to email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com. That way I don't have to look for it. I don't have to look it up, and that way I know I have the most current address for you, Tina. So go ahead and email me. Marcia, you love the peacock gems. Yes. So just know that for the next few months, I'm just going to put stuff I can put in, give you stuff I can mail in those littler envelopes, or that are less expensive for me to mail. Okay, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. Happy Christmas month. Happy holidays. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate all of you who pop on here. I'll see you next time, okay?